this time, the Clayton County Board of Commissioners' regular business meeting is now called to order. The date is October 21st, 2025, and the time is 6:00 p.m. Next will be roll call. District 1.
Here.
District 3.
Present.
District 2.
Present.
And District 4.
Present.
All right, thank you. Next, our third item will be the invocation and pledge of allegiance to our flag. Our invocation tonight will be done by Apostle Amaris Carissa, Kingdom Life Center, Fayetteville, Georgia. She will come up and do our invocation, and thereafter, we will have the pledge of allegiance to our flag. Will you please stand for our invocation and pledge of allegiance to our flag? Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners and Chairwoman. Let's just take a brief moment for all of those that we've lost to domestic violence and breast cancer. Thank you. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight. We surrender our hearts. We surrender our thoughts. Father, we surrender everything in us so that you can be glorified. Father, we take this opportunity to repent for everything that is not like you. We repent, Father, for our sins. We repent, Father, for anything that is not in your will and not according to your plan. We thank you for this opportunity. Father, we thank you for the chairwoman. We thank you for each district. We thank you, Lord, for giving them vision, your vision for this county, Clayton County, which is your county. We thank you, God, for bringing unity. We thank you, Lord, for bringing peace. We thank you, Lord, for all that you are doing so that you are glorified in every action, every decision, every meeting, every idea, every collaboration. And we thank you, Lord, for what you are going to do to protect this county, to refill this county, to bring provision to this county, to bring restoration to this county. So, Father, we thank you now for healing every heart, healing the families, so that this county can be a county that is a strong county, that represents you, that represents your plan, that represents your people. We thank you now, God, that our hearts are pure, our hands are clean, and that we give you glory in everything, in every situation, in every circumstance, in everything that we do. Touch the department heads, give them vision, give them ideas, give them strategies so that this county can be fruitful, so that the employment can be balanced, so that this county will be a representation of what you desire it to be, even for the state of Georgia. We thank you now for those that you are lifting up to serve in the seats. Protect them, shield them, touch their hearts, touch their minds, touch their souls, God. Give them insight, give them innovation, give them peace, give them humility. In the mighty name of Jesus, we honor you and we give you praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that awesome prayer. That was very, very heart-touching, and thank you so much, Apostle. Next, we will move on to item 5 on our agenda, which is presentations and proclamations. They will go. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved on to the, I'm moving on to the adoption, I'm sorry. At this time, I need a motion to adopt the agenda, but before we adopt the agenda, you can come on up, Ms. Angela, Ms. Jackson.
I would like to add an emergency budget amendment. It's Budget Amendment 4-5 in the amount of $14,000 to allocate 2021 SPLOST funds for property appraisals and the quiet title of land bank property associated with the mental health facility.
All right. Did we, can we add that to the consent agenda? Okay. Board members, is that fine if we just add it to the consent agenda and then,
Don't we add it to the regular agenda?
It's up to the board if you want to add
we can
it to
do
the
regular or
or you can
consent?
add it to the
Regular.
Okay. So we'll put it on the regular agenda. All right. We'll put it up there. Also, board members, before we adopt the agenda, I also want to see if we can pull item 31 from the agenda. All right.
Madam
I'd like-
Chair, did you all vote on to add this item to the agenda?
Do you want us to vote to add it to the first one to the agenda for
The budget amendment.
so you want the budget amendment first, and then we'll come back to item 31? All right, at this time, I need a motion to add the budget amendment to the regular agenda.
So moved.
Can I, okay? Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote?
Need a second.
Oh, I'm sorry, second? Second?
Second.
I thought I heard it was second from that side, I'm sorry. All right, second, all right, are you ready for the question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next, on the agenda is, I'm asking the board to pull item 31 from the agenda. Can I get a second on that motion, please?
Second.
All right, is there any discussion at this time?
Is this the one pertaining to Georgia Link?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm asking us to pull it is because we said that, we said in previous meetings that we would do, is Dietrich here? Can you come up, Dietrich? Thank you, Mr. COO. Mr. Sanford. All right, so we were talking about doing an RFP to find, to find for professional services. And I was just trying to say, ask the board if we could wait and let the RFP go out before we actually put someone in that position at this time.
Go ahead.
Commissioner
Madam
Hambrick?
Chair, well, not only that, but if we could have, well, I guess we would do the RFP and let the people come before
For us and do
either
a
at work
presentation.
session or whatever, so we can learn more about whatever.
So good evening, Chair and Vice Chair and Board of Commissioners. Yes, ma'am. So a couple of meetings back when we were trying to solidify a lobbyist in space, we bought some individual lobbyists. It was the board's pleasure at the time to then move forward with an RFP. I believe the lobbyist firm that's before you tonight, you have the opportunity to, the pleasure of the board, whether you want to vote that in or not, but it doesn't preclude us from still doing the RFP. What would happen is, it's my understanding that the lobbyist in place would be in space for for a year period of time. There's no renewals associated with that contract. And so we can run in tandem the actual RFP, put that out as well. And once the contract or the resolution has expired, then we can bring forth the lobbyists or the organizations that were vetted through Central Services from the RFP process. So you have the options of doing both. Still moving forward tonight if that's the pleasure of the board. If not, we don't move forward, then the RFP is in space to find a lobbying firm, or you can do both by pushing the person in or the organization in tonight, understanding that an RFP can run in tandem with that. So once the actual contract expires, then you have an opportunity to look at a new firm if
May
needed.
I?
Yes,
Something?
Commissioner Hambrick.
In all respect, or
Yes.
whatever, we've done that over the years. We've had people, companies, I know with the last two companies that provided zero service, and we were paying, what, $15,000 a month?
15,000.
14.
14,000.
Okay, so you remember, 14,000 a month. And all, with the same thing about we'll have them a year, then the year goes, and the next year, next year, next year. So I would like for us to really look at these companies and decide if we're gonna do that. And have our representatives, have our delegation come and tell us, can they provide these services, or do they recommend that we have a lobbyist? Because we do elect people to go down to the Capitol and represent us. So I just don't want to waste money like we've done with the last two companies.
And last year, you did a lot of that work, Mr. COO. We had to go down there and actually do a lot of that work last year because we didn't have lobbyists because, again, they were pulled by, the board decided not to have them. But again, we definitely need to make sure that we have people that are down there working for Clayton County. It's a lot of work when you have to go down there, and it's people who are down there, we need to solidify who they are and if they're going to be really working for this county for the things that we need. So I really would like to go through the RFP process. I don't want to keep wasting money. And like I said, even with the lobbyists that we've had, again, when I've asked, some of our lobbyists, hey, what have you been held accountable for doing? They couldn't tell me anything. So again, we work hard. You work hard. All of us work hard in this county, and we want people that are going to be down there working at that Capitol that are going to be working hard for us. So. I just think that we should wait, let the RFP process go through, and then we pick our lobbyists from there.
It's already November. To put an RFP out now, the session starts January. When do we begin to create that? I think right now we need to move forward with it, with moving forward with this.
Is Ms. Rogers here? Because would you be responsible for doing the RFP for us as well? So could you do maybe a sped up process or some type of process to get someone in the next 6 weeks? And you all go through the process?
Unfortunately, we can't. Good afternoon. The process does take at least 3 months because
That's fine.
it is
What's this,
involved.
October, November? So by when, December?
We would have to expedite
That's
the process.
fine, because they go down in January. So I think December would be fine. And then we go through the RFP process and find us a lobbyist. And a lobbyist that we are vetting as a board. People always say they want to see us working together. I think this is a time that we need to come together and work together and get the right people in the spot for our lobbyists.
May I say something? Maybe our next work session.
Yes.
Well, at a work session, if we would have our delegation to come and
Yes.
the chair of the delegation to let us know what they do, what they provide at the Capitol. Because we may be paying for something that we've already voted for. We're already getting. Just the recommendation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Nay.
Any abstentions? All right, the ayes, the ayes have failed, so the nays have it. So we're gonna move forward, and I guess we'll vote on the lobbyists tonight. That's fine. Yep. All right, next will be presentations and proclamations.
We're still not done with the agenda.
Oh, let me go to adopt the agenda. I'm going too fast tonight. Next will be the adoption of the agenda. At this time, I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
Before we adopt the agenda, I have some items I'd like to
Pull.
pull
Okay.
to the regular agenda. I'd like to pull item 21, Resolution 2025-2029, as well as Resolution 2025-2028
What
to the
numbers are
regular
they?
agenda.
21?
20 and 21.
Anybody else have anything they want to pull?
Yes. Item number 6, 7, 8, 20.
Pull 20.
Oh, you said 20? Okay.
She said 20, 6,
20,
7, 8,
okay.
20, 21.
Okay, yep.
Six,
All right, so we'll move those items to the regular agenda. Are you ready for the adoption of the agenda? All right, at this time, I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
I second the motion. Is there any more discussion at this time or any other items that need to be pulled? All right, are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. Next is presentations and proclamations. We're going to take these out of order. So the first will be the Rotary, the proclamation for the Rotary Club of Atlanta Southeastern Crescent proclamation for World Polio Day. Next will be a proclamation for the 2025 Hunting Realty reality. And then the third one will be the proclamation for Clayton County honors and acknowledges Chief Murkison's retirement. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen of the board, will you please come down for presentations and proclamations? All right, will the Rotary Club members please come up?
Clayton County Board of Commissioners recognizes Rotary International. Whereas, Rotary is a global network of 1.2 million neighbors, friends, leaders, and problem solvers who unite and take action to create lasting change in communities across the globe. And whereas, the Rotary model, service above self, inspires members to provide humanitarian service, follow high ethical standards, and promote goodwill and peace in the world. And whereas, Rotary, in 1985, launched Polio Plus, and in 1988 helped establish the Global Policy Eradication Initiative, which today includes the World Health Organization, U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, UNICEF, the Gates Foundation, and Gavi, and the Vaccine Alliance to immunize the children of the world against polio. And whereas, polio cases have dropped by 99.9% since 1988, and the world stands on the threshold of eradicating the disease. To date, Rotary has contributed more than $2.9 billion and countless volunteer hours to protecting more than 3 billion children in 122 countries. And whereas, World Polio Day, observed on October 24th, serves as a moment to honor the progress made, recognize the dedication of health workers and volunteers, and renew our collective resolve to finish the job. And whereas, there are over 3,600 members in 87 clubs in Georgia District 6900, which includes the home of the Rotary Club of Atlanta Southern Crescent and the Rotary Club of Lake Spivey, Clayton County. Now, therefore, I, Chairwoman Dr. Alika Anderson Henry, on behalf of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim October 24, 2025 as World Polio Day in Clayton County, Georgia, and encourage all citizens to join me and Rotary International in the fight for a polio-free world. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of Clayton County, Georgia to be affixed this 21st day of October in the year 2025. Clayton County recognizes October 2025 as Haunting Reality Month. Whereas, the month of October is a time traditionally associated with reflection on fear and the unknown, making it a fitting period to shed light on the very real challenges that teenagers face in their daily lives. Hearts to Nourish Hope presents Haunting Reality, an interactive haunted house experience that serves as a powerful educational tool. Each room at the venue is transformed into a vivid depiction of the complex and often hidden issues that affect today's youth and young adults. And whereas Haunting Reality is not merely designed to scare, but to provoke thoughtful reflection, encourage dialogue, and foster empathy within the community for the emotional and psychological burdens carried by teens and young adults. It offers a space for adults and youth alike to expand their knowledge of cyberbullying, mental health struggles, opioids, sex trafficking, gangs, distracted driving, and other social issues. And whereas local businesses and youth volunteers are actively involved in building the props, staging the scenes, and designing costumes and makeup for the characters. In addition to educating the public, the youth will take an active role in giving back to their community and being part of the solution. And whereas the event will take place on Friday, October 24th and Saturday, October 25th at the Clayton State University Film and Digital Media Center. Doors open at 8 p.m. Clayton County must support its youth and young adults by raising awareness of their challenges, providing essential resources, and fostering understanding to help them navigate difficulties and emerge stronger in today's environment. And now, therefore, I, Gail B. Hambrick, on behalf of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the third week of October as Haunting Reality Week in Clayton County, Georgia. I urge our residents to think about a strong message to make our community safer for youth. I also applaud the generosity of Hearts to Nourish Hope, Clayton State University, Atlanta Gas Light, Southern Regional Medical Center, Clayton County Public Schools, Georgia Power, United Way, and Clayton County for their efforts to support causes that have direct effect on our children. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of Clayton County, Georgia to be affixed this 21st day of October in the year 2025.
I think I can talk loud. Can everyone hear me back there? We're gonna have the mic, so I don't have to yell. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All right, thank you, commissioners, for this proclamation. This is, I think, the 7th or 8th year that we've done this event. We took a break during COVID, but it will be at the Lucy Huey building, which is across the street from the courthouse. Again this year, thank you for all our sponsors, because we are not charging for admission. So all youth, young adults, old adults that want to come out. This event teaches the dangers of negative and bad choices that people make, primarily our young adults, high school, middle school, and college age, the drinking and driving, the sex trafficking, we have a cyberbullying, vaping, drugs, all of these things, teen suicide will all be addressed. The fire department every year, like, they're our heroes, you guys really are. We reenact exactly what happens during a car crash so that people are seeing the reality of what these things, drinking and driving or texting and driving, can do. And then there's also, after the haunt, then there are resources for these young people to connect with. And these are the types of things that happen with this. We've had people come back and say, I was able to, I really feel, prevent my friend from the depression and committing suicide because some of the things they learned, because they had a resource and a connection. They knew the signs in themselves. They didn't get in that car or took the keys from somebody who was drinking and driving. So this is really impactful, and the youth, it's very multi-layered. The youth get involved in building the whole haunt. We have professional makeup artists come in, and so it just teaches everybody so many different skills. So please come out and support us. It's free. Last year we had about 800 people go through the haunt. Friday and Saturday we open at 8 o'clock. We usually finish up around 11. We've been known to be there till midnight, but it's a great event for the older youth who aren't usually going trick-or-treating too, and they learn a lot. So thank you, and thank you, Commissioner and Chairman, for supporting this.
Thank you.
You think that was a speech? Yeah. Wait for this proclamation. Will the family, friends, whoever come up for Chief Murchison? Let me say this, usually proclamations are like this, but we have so much information, I have so much information to give that it would not fit this. So my constituent at 18, I said, we need some larger paper and all, and once I finish with this, you'll know why. And I said, what can we do, how can we do this? Let's check and find out if we can go to a copier company or whatever and all, and I said, I know. Let's check with Merck. He'll know what to do. And she said, Commissioner, we can't check with him because he's the one getting the proclamation. But anyway, Clayton County proclamation to honor the retirement of Landry Murkison. Chief Murkison was born and raised in Clayton County, where his family has made their home for over 55 years. After graduating from North Clayton High School, Chief Murkison attended and graduated from Griffin Technical Institute, where he majored in agricultural and engineering drafting. He furthered his education at Columbia Southern University, where he graduated summa cum laude. I was that, so how could I forget? With a bachelor's degree in fire administration and a master's of business and public administration. Chief Murk has been married to his wife, Sandy, for 26 years. Chief Murkison began his 31-year firefighting career as a volunteer with the city of Jonesboro in 1992. In 1993, he was hired by the city of Riverdale. In March of 1996, he began his career with the Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services. He was promoted through the ranks, serving as a sergeant, lieutenant, captain within the fire marshal's office, and in 2008 was promoted to battalion chief and charged with creating the Technical Services Division and assisting the fire chief with special projects. From 2010 through 2013, he served as a member of the fire chief's executive staff as the assistant fire chief and deputy director of emergency management and homeland security. On November 5th, 2013, he was appointed the 6th fire chief of Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services, where he also served as the EMS director and director of emergency management. Chief Murkison quickly set Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services on a path of excellence. During his tenure as fire chief, he lowered the county ISO rating from a class 3 to a class 1. Now that's a big deal, you all, so we need to give a hand. He achieved international accreditation, making Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services one of only 2% of fire departments in the country to hold both. Chief Murkison worked with the late District 1 Commissioner Sona Singleton Gregory. In this relationship, they created the first of its kind pathway program to transition high school students to firefighters, EMTs. Okay. This program has been recognized by the Georgia State Board of Education, Georgia Firefighters Standard and Training Council, the Association of County Commissioners, ACCG, and more importantly, has changed the lives of dozens of Clayton County high school students, providing them a career with Clayton County Fire and Emergency Management, making more than $52,000 right out of high school. Thanks to the work of Chief Murkison and the CCFES, this program is changing lives all over the state of Georgia and a model program from local workforce development. During the COVID pandemic, Chief Murkison led the county's response and quickly established Clayton County as the go-to for local government response, being the first local government in the state to deploy genetic-based testing for not only COVID-19, but influenza, A and B, and RSV. Finally, Fire Chief Murkison and CFFES became the first fire department in the country to employ nurse practitioners as a part of the pre-hospital care model, which has also received national recognition and continues to improve and modernize pre-hospital care in Clayton County. Now that's a big deal. In January 2021, Chief Murkison was appointed by the Board of Commissioners to build the new Office of Resilience and Sustainability. In a short time, Chief Murk grew the office from just himself, one person, to 8 dedicated professionals. In 2023, Chief Murkison transitioned from Fire Chief and Interim Chief of Staff to the Board of Commissioners office and was promoted to the Deputy Chief Operating Officer. Chief Murkison is one of only 2 people to hold this position with Clayton County. Oh, thank you. Once again, Chief Murchison hit the ground running to make the most of his new role and continue the work started, to include the following bullet points. Designed and funded a new fire headquarters for a first of its kind in-house employee clinic capable of serving as an emergency overflow in times of disaster. Acquisition of $8 million in federal funding to build 4 pocket parks, 1 in each district. Acquisition of $2.6 million in congressional directed spending for Camp Creek. Acquisition for $24.8 million in state funding to rehab the Flint River. Analyzed and closed out the 2004 SPLOST program. Analyzed and closed out the 2009 SPLOST program. Analyzed and finished allocating the 2015 SPLOST program. Analyzed and allocated all vertical projects in the 2021 SPLOST program to include relocating the stalled administrative office, shaving $12 million out of the budget, while growing the project scope to an administrative complex that will serve the county for decades. Worked with all 7 municipalities to deliver a project list for the 2027 SPLOST, which we're voting on now, program in a short 2.5 months. I thought I'd throw that in. Worked with the Chief Procurement Officer to reorganize central services and streamline services to our county departments. Kickstarted economic development to Mountain View by converting 29 parcels into the ownership of the county. Hired the first county's Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer. Worked with the Diversity and Inclusion Officer to design and implement an employee engagement program known as The Shift that has restored a sense of pride and camaraderie among department heads. Delivered the first ever Clayton County Leadership Awards banquet, which we had last year. This year will be the second. Worked to bring new revenue to the county through the development of the county's first impact fee ordinance. Led the charge to restore civil service protection for the county's leadership. In addition to his roles within the county, Chief Murchison served in the following roles, which is outside of county government. Chairman of the inaugural Clayton County Citizens Corps Council, member Region 3 EMS Council, Georgia EMS Advisory Council, county manager role, board of directors for Southern Regional Medical Center, and appointed by Governor Brian Kemp to the Georgia Firefighter Standards and Training Council. Now, therefore, I, Gail B. Hambrick, on behalf of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners, do hereby honor Landry Murchison for his visionary guidance and excellence during his many years of service and extend best wishes for his future endeavors. Congratulations, Chief.
But can we hear something from you, Chief?
I will be brief. That was amazing. Thank you, Commissioner. But one thing I did want to say is I've been blessed with some amazing people around me over 32 years now in government. But when I look back, one thing that stands out is that Pathway program, because we focused on our youth and we focused on building an organization out of people from our youth. And Ms. Vega, who I asked to be here tonight, was our first that we went and sat down and talked with her. And a lot of people told these young folk what they couldn't do, and myself and Commissioner Gregory went and sat down and started telling them what they could do. So we met with them in 2017. She went through a 3-year program. She was one of our first of 8, I think we had that year, but she taught us a lot out of Mundy's Mill High School. But we hired her in 2020, and she just got her 5-year pin and was promoted to sergeant. So I used to refer to them as my kids back in the day, but she's an example of what this program can do and how a government, when it works together, can affect lives. So as I leave, the fire department has taken that program and grown it. I think we've affected close to 30 or 40.
So something the chief doesn't know, one of his goals was to potentially have the Pathway program feed our employees. So this year's entering junior class, we've reached the highest marks. We have 42 juniors in our program. We have 29 seniors graduating, so that's 29 potential new hires for the organization. Wow.
So with that, I'm going to sit down because we've got a lot of business to get to. But I thank you, and as I've told everybody, my number's not changing, so you know how to get me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's cold. Oh, no, I feel good. It's very cold. No, it's cold.
Again, let's give one more applause for Chief Murkison and all that he's done for our county. Chief Murkison, as we affect, even though he's DCOO, we just know him, we know him by Chief, and we still call him Chief. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for all that you've done for this county, and we appreciate everything that you have done for Clayton County and all the years that you have put in. Thank you. All right. Next, we will move to public comment. The clerk will now read the rules for public comment.
Citizens will be given a 3-minute maximum time limit to speak before the Board of Commissioners. Please note that all public comments must be limited to matters on the agenda or over matters which the governing body has jurisdiction. Speakers must maintain a decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks upon board members, shouting, and using obscene language. Following 30 minutes of hearing from the public, the Board of Commissioners will allow the remainder of the citizens who signed up to be heard at the next Tuesday's business meeting.
All right, thank you. So last week we had public comment, and we still had another 2 pages of people that we had not heard from. So we'll start today with Pastor Michael Clinkscale. Are you here? All right. Next is Marcia Atkins.
Good evening. When neighbors help
Ms. Atkins, please state your name and county.
I'm sorry. Marcia Atkins. And what else did you?
County of residence. Just do county of residence.
Jonesboro.
Georgia, okay.
When neighbors help neighbors, they lend a helping hand. Today I want to thank Commissioner Hambrick for lending a helping hand to me. I owned property in Jonesboro for several years. I feel like I was attacked by certain people in the county. The county owned property next to mine. The property was in horrible shape. When I complained, I became attacked. At least that's how I felt. And Commissioner Hambrick lent a helping hand. The property now has been cleared. The only thing that I have is a fine that I got that I believe was unjust, and I would like to have that removed. But again, when neighbors help neighbors, they lend a helping hand. Thank you, Commissioner Hambrick, for lending a helping hand.
Thank you, Ms. Atkins. Next will be Alan Wooten.
Good evening. I'm Alan Wooten, and I live in unincorporated Clayton County in Jonesboro. I am here representing Calvary Refuge Center, and we've had several discussions. And I am just looking for any help that we can get. We have had an immediate need that was taken care of, but now, and we were referred to the Housing Authority. They did give us some money, not what we expected, but I just want to say thank you and let you know that Calvary is there. We plan on staying there, and we serve the homeless in this county. Thank you very much. Any questions?
I just want to say thank you for all that you all do. And you say, are you still, are they, Mr. Reed, are they still waiting on monies from us as well? Or when will the funding be released from us? Do you know?
Well,
either one.
Good evening. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I believe that the last time, I think we were waiting for something from CDBG or
Okay.
Ms. Boswell or something.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure where the status is of that right now.
Okay. We'll get with Ms. Boswell and get you the status, Mr. Wooten.
all right, and I understand that we can come back and ask, there's another ask in that we were turned over to the Housing Authority, and now we're back here asking you.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wooten.
Thank you.
All right. Next will be Ms. Vita Brooks. All right. Next is Alvin Johnson.
Good evening. I just want to say I'm Pastor and Chaplain Alvin Johnson, American Legion District 4. In April, you guys gave me this. I got my coin in my pocket. I'm going to be the first pastor that's going to say to you, I won't be long, and I'm not going to ask for tithes and offering. I'm only here to say thank you to Hearts to Nourish Hope. I'm going to be in the Hearted Teen. I am with CareLink of Georgia. We give out Narcan. But y'all haven't seen me for a while, Commissioner Davis. I had heart surgery. I had 2 heart surgeries, one about 3.5 weeks ago. So I'm just sharing what Hearts to Nourish does in the midst of me being in the hospital. They still took care of the veterans. They still took care of the seniors. They still took care of the youth. And I was in the hospital talking to Miss Angler and Deborah about what the needs are of the veterans. We're hurting. The families are hurting, PTSD. I am a suicide survivor and a Marine. So Hearts to Nourish Hope, I just want to put my plug in as a veteran, and as from our coalition, which you gave me, you guys gave me, and y'all don't know how proud I am of this. This sits in the front. When I wake up, I see this when I wake up. So keep doing what you're doing. Something that was said twice now, we got to come together. Clayton County has to come together. Veterans are hurting, seniors are hurting, kids are hurting, jobs, and you know things are changing. Mr. Davis, I'm going to call you tomorrow. You've done great work with me, and I thank you. Chairwoman, last time I was here, I want to get my pictures.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But we
We'll
thank
give Mr.
you,
Vaughn.
and Hearts to Nerds hope we need them. We really do. Because when I couldn't go, they still went. All right?
Thank you. And
Thank
we're
you.
glad you're feeling better too
Yes.
as well, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do. All right. Next is Phil Williams. All right. Phil Williams. All right. Next is Mickey Garber.
I'm here.
Come on up.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. I have two, Madam Chair, members of the board, and my fellow citizens. I have two things I'd like to speak about this evening, and one is on the agenda, 31, Resolution 2025-227 of having a lobbyist for Clayton County. If we're going to pay somebody $10,000, $15,000 a month, I think they ought to show up at least once a month to give us a report on what they're doing to promote Clayton County.
Yes.
With that being said, I'm going to go to number 2 on my agenda. Missed opportunity. We're entering the Halloween season where the children are buying candy, getting candy, and sad to say, maybe disposing of those wrappers as litter on our city streets. It's a missed opportunity by my Board of Commissioners to not make a public service announcement to all the children several times during this season as to not litter, and for the adults not to litter. With this season being lost, don't forget, November 30th is Clayton County's birthday. November 25th is Thanksgiving. December 25th is Christmas, and all these times contribute to litter, possible litter on our streets. With that being said, I'm going to end my speech to give others people an opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garber. Next is Dr. Nicole Benton. All right. Next is Chakia Carr. Thereafter is State Representative Yasmin Neal. All right. All right, we've now completed the list from last week. Let's move on to today. Next will be Dr. Henry Anderson.
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. At last public commenting last month, 2 weeks ago, comment was made by one of the citizens, and I was mentioned in terms of the evaluation that I do, and the citizen mentioned nepotism, bias, and flawed. I'm going to respond to that and saying my evaluations are not biased and flawed. I always go through everything that I do after I do it in terms of my public commenting. I will say I will be more balanced. Also with the nepotism, that falls under ethics. I do not comment on ethics and comment on nepotism. I've never done it in my evaluations. They are concerning issues that I bring before the Clayton County Board of Commissioners that I feel are very important as a citizen. I don't come talking, I'm going to vote you out of office and I'm going to all that foolish talk, because I'm only one citizen with one vote, and I don't have an organization of power to wield power. But there's power in the evaluation. All of us get evaluated. You evaluate me when I come before you. If you all don't, with your body language, if you don't care to hear what I say, you look down, that's evaluating me. Or when you pass me by, bypass me when the commission meeting is over, that's evaluating me. So same as I'm same as I am evaluated, you yourselves will be evaluated. But there will be more balance, and to say the 3 areas that I will concentrate on with my evaluation is this: townhomes, and you've gotten emails on my stance on townhomes, and you're going to hear more about when townhomes are presented. That's one issue. The second issue, which I will be commenting on starting in November, with the millage rate. I will say right now, the millage rate does not need to be rolled back. It needs to stay the same. I was for that before, but I was not properly prepared like I like to be, and I feel that would be out of order, but it will be in order this time. So I will definitely be saying the millage rate should stay the same. And the third would be my full public commenting, and my full attention will be on code enforcement and the building up of the code enforcement officers. I have met with code enforcement on Monday, September the 22nd, a 2-hour meeting. I did ride along on a blitz they did in District 1, Lake Harbor subdivision, and I also did a ride along with the supervisor of District 1, Supervisor Davis. He got promoted. Congratulations to him over commercial. But it was very eye-opening, and I will be focusing all my public commenting attention on those 3 areas, and that's it. So there will be more balanced in my evaluation, so there will not be a perception of flawed or bias. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next is Antoinette Montgomery. Madam Clerk, how many more minutes do we have? Are we good?
Yes, we have 13 more minutes.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, good evening. I'm District 1, Antoinette Montgomery. I have a concern. I have contacted my commissioner, District 1, several times, and I have not heard either the commissioner or her assistant. As of September the 1st, I am still waiting to hear a respond back on my concern that I had. My concern was about the school buses going through the neighborhood and people parked on the street. Well, the good thing is I was in contact with Captain Green, Sector 1. She has been very nice and compliant. I mean, she has really gotten her officers to enforce the parking on the street. It's going very well. The buses are going around okay. And I also want to commend, and my other concern was code enforcement, and I want to commend the code enforcement officer, Davis. He's working very hard as far as getting things accomplished in the neighborhood. And then my other concern is, I don't come to the meetings that often, but I do see them when they come on YouTube. And my concern is, there are so many citizens who complain. And my thing is, either you're going to be part of the solution or continue to be the problem. I listen to the attacks to the commissioners, and I don't see anything being done. It's almost like same show, different channel. It's getting out of hand. I don't see anybody giving no proposals. I don't see any solutions. I don't see any suggestions. You just come up here and you complain and you attack. And to me, I'm offended because I want to see something done, just as I did when I contacted as far as the buses and the code enforcement issues. And going back to being in contact, I don't know, and I'm gonna talk real quick here. I don't know if you can't get in contact with your constituents because you're busy, but and I'm just gonna make an analogy here, as a retired educator, I had at one time had to contact maybe over, I had maybe 250 students at one time, and you figure that multiplied by parents, grandparents, aunties, whoever, that might be 750 people that I would have to contact in a 48-hour time. So it has been more than 48 days that I have had since September the 1st that nobody has contacted me. But I just want to leave this comment by, this quote by.
Thank you, Ms. Montgomery. Your time is up.
Okay.
Thank you. Next is Julia Isaac.
Good evening, Chairwoman Anderson, Harry, and Commissioners. Good evening, everybody. All it takes, again, I'm Julia Isaac. I am a business owner here in Clayton County. I service Rockdale and Henry as well. My business is Preferred Waste Solutions.
And what's your county of residence, please?
County of residence is DeKalb, but I'm a business owner here in Clayton. All it takes is one person to believe in your vision. Preferred Waste Solutions would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of our sponsors, community partners who stepped forward to help make the Turkey and Togetherness community event a success. Your belief in our vision to support, engage, and grow the community we serve made this event possible. In partnership with Sheriff Lavon Allen, Preferred Waste Solutions will be proud to host Turkey and Togetherness on November the 15th, 2025 at 11 a.m. at 9151 Terra Boulevard. We will be giving away free turkeys, non-perishable items, perishable items, clothes. We will also have workforce readiness on hand and any other mental health and any other resources for the community at this event. I would also like to thank our incredible sponsors such as the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, the Clayton County Police Department, the Clayton County District Attorney's Office, Rand Staff and Care, Big Brother Rider, GFL Environmental, Don't Kneel Inc., Sankofa House, Senator Kenya Wicks, Commissioner Tasha Allen, Oakwood Trails Neighborhood Watch, Simplistic Restored Living, and Forest Park Police Department. Together, we are building a stronger community, one act of service at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Isaac. Next will be Ms. Brenda Harrison.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Commissioners. I'm Brenda Harrison, unincorporated Clayton County. I'm going to speak on one of your agenda items for tonight, and that's number 19, where you're asking for a resolution to suspend the provision that the zoning advisory group has where they limit the number of applications that they have during their hearing. Back during 2020 is where that decision was decided and approved on. That's when everything was Zoomed, all the board meetings, and I was able to see this. And that board was having to hear applications up to 10, 11 o'clock at night. And that's why they limited the amount of applications that would come in during their hearing. So I ask you to please consider the time and the families of these board appointees, that they do have a life. Now, in addition to that, board appointees, and I know Ms. Hamrick always saying, why is she always talking about boards? Well, boards are important to our community and for our citizens. And to have board appointments put off, meeting after meeting after meeting. All of you have newsletters. You can send out newsletters to your constituents, inviting them to show their interest in being on these boards, send their resumes, and just hire people that have the time to commit to this opportunity, because this is not easy work. Some of these boards, most of them don't pay, and they take time, and there's a lot of work to do. Some of them not. But when you have boards, the people don't show up, and you can't even get a quorum at your meetings, and there's one board here in the county now that hasn't had a quorum in a year and a half. But the people on those boards still get reappointed. And that needs to be reconsidered. So once again, consider your choices for board appointments carefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. Next is Dr. Reverend Biller. Dr. Biller? All right. Next is Pastor Alvin Johnson. Oh, that's you again. All right. All right. Next is, Lord, I got to pull out my reading glasses for this one. Is this Debbie and David? Debbie and David? Okay, I'm going to move on. Next is Keith Parker. All right. Marcia Lemons Atkins. You already been up? Okay. All right. Brian Cheeks.
Madam Chair, good evening. Board of Commissioners, good evening. And fellow Clayton County residents, good evening. I'm Brian Cheeks, District 1, unincorporated Clayton County, Morrow, Georgia. I just wanted to offer just some articles of praise for the Board of Commissioners and the work that you all have done over the past weeks. First, for Commissioner Reeves, thank you for participating in the Atlanta Pride Parade that took place on October 12th and representing for Clayton County and showing the world, Clayton County, that we are here. Also for Commissioner Allen for hosting the town hall for the U.S. congressional candidate. Thank you for that. For Commissioner Hambrick, thank you for the Fall Festival. And Commissioner Davis, thank you for attending the City of Jonesboro Youth Council meeting that was held on yesterday. And last but not least, thank you, Chairwoman Anderson Henry, for your swift action taken to resolve the lack of blood testing for prostate cancer screening at the Men's Community Health Fair that took place on October 18th at the Sonia Singleton Gregory Senior Center. I look forward to the commissioners working with Emory Healthcare to provide this service for the men of Clayton County, specifically the men over 40 and the men under 40 who have a high probability of prostate cancer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Cheeks. Next is Drew Andrews.
Good evening. I'm Drew Andrews, District 4. Madam Chair, Vice Chair, Commissioners, and community. I just want to speak in support of Melanated Pearl. We all know our girl working hard in the community. I'm sure people seen Melanated Van moving about to our distressed communities. We need to continue funding organizations like her. She's helped people with clothing, rental assistance, and even have these kits, toiletry kits for in the library for anyone who is in need. And I also want to pivot just momentarily, but it still dovetails into need. We all know that we're in the midst of a shutdown. Our largest employer comes from the airport. Many of our citizens here are either on furlough or they working without pay. Want to know, is there anything that we can do to assist them? Many of them have certain skill sets, whether it be law enforcement, analysts, finance. Is there any way we can offer part-time positions, either with our government, our nonprofits, somewhere where we can help our people? I was listening to Miss, I think it's Marcy, where she mentioned neighbors helping neighbors. This is the time when we do that. We need to listen to our elders. They're wise for a reason. And thank you for allowing me this time to speak to you. Is this mine, Chuck? Well,
thank you, Mr. Andrews. All right, next is Carlos Bonilla? Yes, ma'am. All right.
Madam Chair, members, Mr. Carlos Bonilla. I live in San Andrews Subdivision, and my concern is the item number 43 and number 44. The planning zoning recommended to denial. And we definitely ask you guys to vote denial, not to do it. The request to be tabled again until
Mr.
later
Bonilla,
on
you
until
said
November.
you live, what's your county of residence for me?
Oh, Clayton County.
Clayton,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Clayton
All
County,
right.
District number 3.
All right,
I'm sorry.
all
Anyway,
right.
so, yeah.
No, but you gotta say all that before you get started, so that you good, keep going.
Okay. So we would like for you to vote no tonight, deny complete. So following the comprehensive plan until 2039, so we don't need to, to address the issue again. Our subdivisions, St. Andrews.
So let me ask you a question. Are you doing this, because I want to ask, are you doing this for zoning?
Yeah, that was the 1 year. And,
Okay, no, this is for public comment.
Oh, that's not part of the.
No,
well, that's what I was
I'll
looking
do
for.
a part for zoning, and so do you want to, can he speak now, or do you want him to come, should we let him come back up for zoning?
Oh, I thought.
He can.
He can go on, okay.
Well, it's up to him. He can say now, but the public hearing has not been held.
Yeah, the
for
public
that
hearing
yet.
has not come up yet.
Another one? Because we.
Yeah, we're gonna, yes, yes.
Well, okay, so please vote no whenever that comes. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next is the last name Wallace. Last name Wallace. All right. Is that Wallace? What's your first name? Jose. Jose. I didn't want to say. I didn't want to tear it up. Come on up. I didn't want to tear it up. Come on up, Mr. Wallace.
I'm probably the same with
You zoning too?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to wait, or you want to wait till we get there? Because I'll call everybody up when I do the zoning. I'll ask who is for, who is against.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, thank you. All right. Oh, this is a Drew. It's on the first sheet and the second sheet. Mickey's already talked. No. Next is Pat Bryant.
Good evening to my Clayton County Board. Good evening, Chair Lady, and all my commissioners. I just want to bring up an issue that my subdivision has been dealing with on a regular basis, though, Chair Lady. This rooming house concept is like we're being invaded. It's like an epidemic.
Excuse me,
It's
madam.
like we're inundated.
Can we get your
and I'm
name and
saying
place of residence?
The hedge funds and the investors, they target the
Excuse
older
me.
neighborhood.
I need her name and place of residence.
Oh, I didn't say my name. Okay, my name Pat Bryant. I'm sorry,
County,
Chair Lady.
county.
Okay, district, borderline District 3 and District 2.
So
I'm right on
Ellenwood-
Helmer Road.
Ellenwood, Georgia.
No,
What?
Riverdale.
Riverdale. Okay,
Riverdale.
that's what District
So
two is.
borderline,
I'm just saying, I
District
know
3 and District 2.
Okay.
But I do know with the older subdivisions though, Commissioner Hambrick, it's like with no HOA, because my subdivision is 47 years old. So on my deeds, it is a HOA, but in 47 years, the HOA has dissolved. So investors and the hedge funds, they target these older neighborhoods so they don't have to combat with the HOA, and location is close to MARTA. And we're just asking, is it something we can do? Like how y'all created the new bill, the 870 bill, when we was hit with the 851? Is it something we can do to curb or deter investors and hedge funds from coming in our neighborhood, buying up these houses, converting them into mini hotels? I'm serious, because since my neighborhood is an older neighborhood, we got our own, no HOA, but our own watch people. All of us are pretty much retired. And so we able to see when they come in to do the reconstruction and the modification. First thing I noticed, like last week, they converted the garage into 2 rooms in one day. So now the house, the property, they have to park in the lawn, park on the street. Then here comes the trash. It just creates all type of, it just brings the neighborhood down. Can y'all please help us come up with an idea to deter these investors and, I ain't got number 42 seconds. These investors in the hedge fund, please help us, because my neighborhood is going down. I can't afford to move. Please help us. Please, y'all think of something. Thank you,
Thank you.
Commissioner Hambrick. Thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bryant. We'll work
Madam
on
Chair,
that.
that's
Thank you
30
so much.
minutes. Madam Chair, that's 30 minutes.
All right. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to thank you for your comments. They're duly noted. For the people who did not get a chance to talk tonight, we will do it at our next board meeting in November. And so I will keep that list for our next meeting. Also, so this now ends our public comment. Are there any public officials who are here today? If you are, please stand and be recognized. I see Sabrina here. Is that District 7? I got it right. All right, Board of Education, District 7.
Riverdale.
Oh, Riverdale. Stand up, Riverdale. All right. And we have Judge right here to the left of us. Our Chief Judge. All right. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We really appreciate you all and coming. And again, to all of our public officials, again, it really means a lot when you come to these meetings, and we really appreciate you all being here. Next, we will move on to our consent agenda. And at this time, board members, we're going to vote on our consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So move.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. All right. Next, we will move to our regular agenda.
Good evening again. First item, I believe, is item 6. Just so that the board is aware, 6, 7, and 8 are all related. So item 6 is Resolution 2025-232, which is a resolution authorizing Clayton County to enter into a master lease purchase agreement with PNC Bank National Association for the purchase of fire trucks, to authorize the chairwoman to execute the agreement and to otherwise perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution, to authorize the chief financial officer to amend the budget where necessary to reflect an appropriate revenue source and expense, all as may be required under the terms of the agreement, to provide an effective date of this resolution and for other purposes.
All right. Is there any discussion before we go into the motion? Any
Yes.
questions, board members?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Davis?
Well, and I'm going to take both, I guess 6 and 7 together. I thought our fire trucks were in good shape, 1. But 2, looking at some of the documents in the PNC, and then getting an email earlier from Mr. Walls about this, there was a prepayment penalty in this, which I know is not good, and some other issues with this, with PNC being of a higher interest rate. Where do we go? I mean, granted, do we not have enough in the fire fund to begin to purchase our trucks? What's happening here?
Chief Sweat, will you
Because
come to the
this is-
podium, please?
This is something that kind of almost came out of nowhere here for me.
So, good evening, Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, Commissioners. So Commissioner Davis, so this project, I'm going to kind of hit some of your questions with the answers, hopefully, and kind of lay all this out. So I began to look into the next purchase of our fire apparatus. Historically speaking, myself, Chief Merck, dating all the way back to about 2010, started laying out a financial plan to ensure that we had appropriate fire apparatus in the community to meet the demands of our growing call volume. Our last apparatus purchase was back in 2020. 2018, received the trucks in 2020. We bought 8 new fire trucks in 2020. Moving forward, we are looking at every 5 years, replacing some of our apparatus to ensure that we have them flipped and have adequate trucks in reserves. When we cut a purchase order for fire trucks, we do not see them until 3.5 or 4 years later because of the build queue that we have to get into. So going back to this particular project, I reached out to Mr. Edwall as well as the finance director back on March 31st of this year and advised Mr. Wall and interim CFO Jackson that I was beginning the initial process of looking at purchasing through a financing option our next round of fire trucks, which will be a quantity of 6. Once again, bought 8 in 2020, requesting to buy an additional 6 today. That initial email thread back on March 31st, seeking out some financing options through our financial advisor, Mr. Wall came back with a realistic case of a 5-year term sitting at 4.23%. At the same time, Pierce Manufacturing, who builds our fire trucks and have built our trucks since 2010, I had also requested a quote from them through financing from Pierce, who uses PNC. The initial quote I received from PNC back on March 31st was at 4.10, which was lower than the rate that Mr. Wall realistically quoted me at a 4.23. Therefore, working with county finance as well as central purchasing, I elected to move forward with locking in a PNC rate, which was actually came down lower to 4.9 when we locked in about a month and a half ago, and the purchase is now come before the board tonight to complete that transaction.
Can you, just in discussion,
sure,
separate 6 and 7, because six is for $4.1 million going forward with PNC, but then there's another one that looks like it's coming out of the fire fund for $5.1 million.
Correct. So the initial purchase the purchase price for the 6 fire trucks is $5,110,000. Historically speaking, since fiscal year 20, Fire Fund has allotted a capital lease payment in our adopted budget every fiscal year to pay our annual lease payments. Fiscal year 26 was no difference. I allocated $1 million for this fiscal year. So with a purchase price being a 5.110, I am electing to pull the $1 million that is currently sitting in my fiscal year 26 adopted budget to draw or basically put a down payment where we will only finance the 4.110 for the term of 5 years with an annual payment of $923,995.64.
So that's not a summation number. That's not two separate numbers. That is one. The 4.1 is based off the 5 million minus the million that you put in.
Absolutely.
And like you said, you stated that these rates came about roughly a little over a month ago. Now, the Feds cut the interest rate roughly 2 weeks ago, I believe, which means money is going to be cheaper now to borrow anyway. Have we begun to look and go back and re-look at these rates with PNC or with any other institution or organizations, bonding capacities, to see if we can get a better rate? Because the major issue I have is not just the interest rate, but it's also the fact that there's a prepayment penalty in there that moves forward without.
Yep. So historically speaking, we budget it as an annual payment in our adopted fire fund budget. We have currently been locked in with PNC for about a month and a half, 2 months at the 4.09% rate. In addition, I'm currently up against a price increase, which goes into effect November 1st through the Pierce manufacturer, which is, if I can't get through this tonight, price increase goes into effect on November 1st. I basically have to start this entire project all over again because all the numbers change. So a 3% price increase on a 5.110 purchase is another $153,000, which will be added to this deal. So we're currently locked in 4.09, assuming we can get this closed and everything signed prior to the November 1st price increase. So one, and Mr. Rogers, I don't know if you want to speak, one of the number 6 or 7, one's the actual agreement, and the other one is the actual purchase of the actual vehicles. If you want to, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So part of the reason why, because normally you would just see one item, it would just be 7. You wouldn't have it broken up into 2 different things. But one of the requirements for this contract was that this board enter a resolution approving the use or the purchase through PNC, which is why that's why we have this as a separate item. Normally you would see it as just the 5.1 and all of the other stuff would be part of that, but because they have as part of the contract that they want to see a resolution that shows that you all are in favor of it, that's why it's pulled aside to have this vote separately.
Didn't we have something that was, is part of the fire supplies trucks within SPLOST? Within one of the SPLOST?
So historically speaking, fire department has always had to provide funding for fire apparatus. Once again, general fund does not contribute to the fire department deployment. So there's been 3 different ways, historically speaking, how we've kept adequate fire trucks in service. Previous SPLOST dollars, previous financing of those apparatus over a 5-year term. And third being fire fund capital reserve money that we have set aside in order to pay cash. So those have been the 3 options that historically the fire department has funded replacement apparatus. Moving forward in the 2027.
DCO Murkison, come to the podium, please.
Sir, to answer your question directly, initially there was money in the 2027 SPLOST to cover fire. However, when we were advised that we could not afford the bond payments through the PFA to purchase fleet, if you remember, I had to put all the fleet back in the 27 SPLOST to make it fit and to be able to fund transportation costs and transportation expenses. We cut the fleet request. What got cut was his fire trucks because we knew we had an alternative financing structure in place to be able to make that realistically happen. So what's in the SPLOST from a fire and EMS standpoint is 2 additional aerials and 5 ambulances. But there's no fire engines in there.
Okay. Now what, so you're saying SPLOST is off the table with this then? So.
Well, SPLOST is
Correct.
off the table for
Correct,
this
for
pumper
2027.
purchase because it's not on the ballot.
Yes, that's what I understood.
Yes.
Okay. I had something else, but I forgot that quick. Okay. Go to next.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions at this time? All right. At this time, I need a motion to approve Resolution 2025-232. So, and I'll make the motion. Can I get a second on that motion?
Second.
All right. Is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Nay.
All right. What did you, I didn't hear you, Commissioner.
Nay.
Nay, okay. All right. All right. The nays have it and the motion fails.
Can we make a second motion?
Like a substitute motion?
Yeah, to table it.
Well, we already
well,
denied it.
you
Is
all
that going to
voted.
be passed
Okay.
November 1st,
Denied.
where
Well,
the
no.
increase comes?
When can we bring this back up?
One of you all can put it back on the agenda for the
4th?
For the 4th.
Okay, so I'll put it back on the agenda for the 4th.
So you- are you
when
making-
is the increase? I heard Chief say
Because you
that
just said
there's
it's gonna be an increase,
of so many
correct.
thousands of dollars
it will not
November
go
1st.
From the date that it's.
It will not, yeah. So,
What y'all doing?
We
need-
would
if
like
he
to
says he
speak
needs
to
these
the
fire trucks,
financial
we need to
advisor.
get them for him, y'all. We need to stop playing games. If he needs the fire trucks for the citizens of Clayton County, we need to make sure that we do that for him tonight. Not tomorrow night, not next week, not November 4th. It doesn't make any sense, y'all. We need to do what's right. When will the increase come in, Chief?
the increase goes into effect November 1st.
So our next meeting isn't until November 4th. That's when he will receive an increase.
In addition to, Madam Chair, with all due respect, we have a excellent working relationship with Pierce Manufacturing. They have been building our trucks for over 15 years. As part of this agreement, they already know that I'm working. They've already put us in the bill queue. If we deny it tonight and continue to move, the delivery of those trucks are only going to get further and further out before we can place them in service.
And I don't want us to be like what Atlanta is going through
Through
now.
right now,
Absolutely.
exactly.
With their fire trucks and fire engines and all, so.
Granted, we need to understand, the cost of money. Money is just not a dollar for dollar spend. And I'm willing to have an emergency meeting to be put forth next week. if we need to.
Why? When you can
For-
just approve it tonight?
So that we can begin to understand what we are actually spending.
But you don't understand.
Okay.
That what we need, what he said is that we need it tonight.
Okay,
We
I
need to
don't
move
understand.
on.
So it sounds like what we're saying is that there needs to be a longer conversation before we make a decision on the fire trucks, which is why
Yeah, we
Commissioner
think that-
Allen proposed to move this item to the November 4th meeting so that we have time to review all of the information around the cost of the fire trucks, the interest rates, and what that would mean in the long-term financial
And-
stability for
and
the
again-
county.
Why aren't
Why?
we listening to the professionals?
Thank you. We pay people to come up here and tell us what they need. We have professionals that come up here and tell us what we need for the citizens of Clayton County. What more do we need to understand?
I would
There's
suggest we
nothing
have
else.
our finance person here to begin to discuss.
But, and
this.
we're gonna pay him $150 an hour. Does that make any sense?
It does.
Was he
No, it
invited
doesn't.
tonight for the conversation?
No,
Oh, that's what it's about.
that's what it's about. All
No,
right.
it's
It's
Thank you,
absolutely
Chief.
not, but if
Thank
you would
you,
like to
Chief.
put words in my
Taxpayers'
mouth.
We will
money
move
the
forward.
correct
Thank
way.
you. No, we're having good debate up here, y'all. Thank you.
Actually,
All
we're
right.
not.
All right, we're gonna move on. Next is item 7.
So, good evening again, Chairwoman, Commissioners. Item 7 is the companion piece, so if we're not going to fund it, then we can't obviously purchase it. So that was what number 7 is. This one is actually the purchase, because they are two separate processes.
So, Attorney Reed, do you want us to go on and make the motion?
Somebody should make a motion on how to deal with 7.
You said what now?
To make a motion.
Someone should make a motion on
table.
how to deal with 7. I mean, whether
You
it's
said how to
table.
deal. Okay.
No, I'm saying whether it's
Okay.
table, approve, deny, whatever
So-
it is, somebody needs to make a motion to deal with it. And I misspoke. Item 8 is not related to 6 and 7.
So we're good on that. That's the budget amendment. All right, so at this time, I need a motion for the recommendation for cooperative purchase of CP 25-119.
Okay, so I would like to make a motion to table item number 7 to the next board meeting, November 4th.
Second.
All right, is there any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Nay.
Nay.
All right, the ayes have it and the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next will be item 8.
Item 8 is Budget Amendment 4-3 in the amount of $2,431,512.58 to carry forward FY25 construction projects within the fire fund. It includes the $2.4 million includes the Public Safety Water Rescue Training Center in the amount of $745,100, the Headquarters Clinic in the amount of $1.5 million, and Station 15 in the amount of $158,717.59, all within the fire fund.
All right. Any questions at this time, board members? All right. At this time, I need a motion for budget amendment 4-3.
Yes, I move that we approve Budget Amendment 4-3.
All right, I second the motion. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. Thank you.
Chair, I also have Budget Amendment 4-5,
Okay.
which was also placed on the regular agenda. It is Budget Amendment 4-5 in the amount of $14,000 to allocate 2021 SPLOS funds for property appraisals and the quiet title of land bank property associated with the mental health facility.
All right. At this time, I need a motion. And you said it's 20, what's the number on it? Budget amendment?
It's Budget Amendment 4-5.
4-5, I'm sorry. At this time, I need a motion for budget amendment 4-5.
Yes, I move that we approve Amendment
4-5.
4-5.
All right, I second the motion. Any more discussion at this time?
Yes. Attorney Reed, so this conversation is moved out of executive session now. Can we talk about it?
This is the property appraisals and the quiet title of land bank properties and mental health facilities.
Yes.
Okay, so I just want for the record, for the citizens to know, the state agency, was it the Department of Behavior Health, would like our county, Clayton County Board of Commissioners, to purchase land for a state-operated behavioral health facility. It's great that they are bringing a behavioral health center to Clayton County. However, my only concern is that they would like us to buy the land. However, the citizens of Clayton County will not be a priority. So anyone in the state of Georgia could come and use this facility, which is great. So my only issue is that what do we do when the patients are released from this behavioral health and we don't even have a tackle on our homelessness population or the housing insecure in the county now. So I just wanted the citizens to know what we are voting on before we vote on it. So this is what this is. The state is asking the Board of Commissioners to buy land. So what we're voting on today is the appraisal of the land for us to buy, for them to put a state-operated facility here in Clayton County that will service the whole state of Georgia with no priority to the Clayton County citizens. Okay, thank you. All righty, we can move on now.
So again, And I can clarify that. That is not what the state is asking us to do. There are other behavioral health crisis centers throughout the state of Georgia. The closest one to us is on Metropolitan Boulevard, and we use that one as well. We need mental health services for the people of this county. They're not just we use that one, everybody else uses that one, but we need something on the south side to deal with when our police officers have people that have mental health issues. They have to take them to jail most of the time. Why are we taking them to jail when we can get them the help that they need right here in this county? So again, that is not what that is about. That is not true. And they are not building that for that reason. They're building it so we will have a behavioral crisis center in Clayton County where we can take care of our citizens right here in our county. DCOO Murkison, you can come up as well.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. I just want to make sure that we separate what this budget amendment is asking for.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to get the cart before the horse.
Thank you.
Yes, there is a SPLOST project in there to build a mental health crisis facility. The county does not have the money to construct the facility. The money that we're using is already allocated for that. What this budget amendment simply does is this board authorized me to go order appraisals on property, and we did that. We need to pay that invoice.
Thank you.
That's all this does, is pay the appraisers
nothing
that
to
you
do with that.
authorized me to hire a few weeks ago. Whether or not Prime even accepts our offer for the land hasn't even been settled yet. So this isn't authorizing the building of a facility, it's authorizing me to pay a bill y'all asked me to incur. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Is there any more discussion at this time? All right. All right. We can go on and vote. All right. Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Nay.
Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Thank you.
Item 20 is Resolution 2025-228, which is a resolution authorizing Clayton County to accept de-annexed properties located within the city of Lovejoy into unincorporated Clayton County per request from AGH 2022 LLC, to authorize the chairwoman to execute any documents relating thereto and to otherwise perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution and to provide an effective date of this resolution for other purposes.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time, board members?
Yes,
all right.
discussion. So this
Commissioner.
property here so Lovejoy annexed this property into their city. So now it's in the city of Lovejoy. When Lovejoy found out that it's going to be a smoke shop, they want to bring it back to the county. So I'm going to vote no on that, because if they annexed it into the city of Lovejoy, they should keep this smoke shop into the city of Lovejoy. And now they know this is a smoke shop in the city of Lovejoy. I don't think it's fair for them to now want to turn it back over to the county in District 3. So that is what my citizens, we don't want a smoke shop. I don't want to deal with a smoke shop. I don't want calls about a smoke shop. So since city of Lovejoy annexed that, they should keep it.
All right. Any other discussion at this time? All right. And who's Mr. GK? Mr. GK, are you good? Is he here?
So this was a request from the landowner.
Uh-huh.
This was,
Can you-
it's.
Yeah, okay, so I thought, oh, so it wasn't him. They got
Right.
his name by it. So I
Yes,
just
because they came through community development.
Okay, gotcha.
We can't put AGH
However
2022,
y'all wanna
but
go
they are
with
the
it.
ones who actually made the request. Of course, you all have the option of deciding whether you want to take it back or not.
All
We
right.
don't want it.
All right, so at this time, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to deny Resolution 2025-228.
I second the motion. All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next is 21.
Resolution 2025-229 is a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Clayton County, Georgia, to support the Hauntine Reality Haunted House in partnership with Clayton State University, Clayton County Public Schools, and other organizations, to authorize the county and its departments to perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution, to authorize the chairwoman to perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution, to provide an effective date of this resolution for other purposes.
All right, is there any discussion, board members?
Yes, I
All
didn't
right,
see
Commissioner
in the agenda packet where we listed the amount that the county is contributing for this partnership.
There's no dollar amount.
There's no dollar amount?
And we wouldn't know anyway. Not right now. All right, thank you.
All right. Any other discussion at this time? All right, board members, I need a motion for Resolution 2025-229.
So moved.
Yes.
I
move that we
second. All right. All right, any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote?
Did we get a motion?
You
No,
said,
he seconded.
he said, somebody said so moved.
He said he second.
Which
I
the motion?
I move that we accept Resolution 2025-229.
All right.
Second.
Okay. He said so moved. All right. All right, any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. All right. Get back to my paper. All right, so we've done all of the other ones. I know I gotta go back to the consent agenda. So it's all these. All right, next is local assistance grants. It's item 25. Okay. Can we move on to 26?
Okay, FY '26 local assistance grants. The application process begins with Clayton Collaborative, Mr. John Brinson. Applications were available January 29th, 2025. They were due back to Mr. Brinson on March 28th, 2025 at noon. There was a mandatory grant application workshop on February 28th, 2025. The applicants must be a 501c3 registered with the Secretary of State's office or governmental office. Must be physically located in Clayton County, providing services to Clayton County residents. Applications were then scored by Mr. Brinson's office, the Clayton Collaborative, and submitted to the Clayton County Finance Department. Alpha Phi Alpha Mentoring Academy has a proposed award of $5,000. Alzheimer's Support Center has a proposed award of $45,000.
Excuse me. Are we going through that whole thing again?
Yeah.
Not the definitions, the list. If you would like to skip that part, we can definitely do that and get into the amendments.
Can you just go to the amendments?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Amendment 1 from Vice Chair Reeves is to reduce Arts Clayton by $35,000, leaving $50,000 for their FY26 allotment. Reduce Hearts to Nourish Hope by $35,000, leaving $10,000 for their FY26 allotment. Number 3, reduce DFACs by $50,500, leaving $42,500 for their FY26 allotment. Increase Community Services Authority by $30,000 for eviction mediation for a total of $294,000 for their allotment. Increase Calvary Refuge by $19,000 for a total of $64,000. Increase Amazing Grace by $9,000 for a total of $25,000. Increase Good Shepherd Mental Health Clinic by $5,000 for a total of $10,000. Increase Melanated Pearl by $22,000 for a total of $25,000. Increase Ujima Way ERAPS by $10,000. Increase Ujima Way Peach by $20,000 for a total award of $30,000. And increase Sisters Empowerment Network to $5,500. That's amendment number 1. Amendment number 2 is Commissioner Allen's amendment. Reduce DFACs by $10,000, leaving $83,000 for their FY26 allotment. Increase Melanated Pearl by $4,500 for a total of $7,500. Increase Sisters Empowerment Network to $5,500. That's amendment number 2. Amendment number 3, reduce DFACs by $20,000, leaving $73,000 for their FY26 allotment. Increase Ujima Way E-Wraps by $2,000. Increase Ujima Way Peach by $2,500 for a total of $12,500. Increase Alzheimer's Support Center by $10,000 for a total of $55,000. Increase Good Shepherd Mental Health Clinic by $3,000 for a total of $8,000. Increase Melanated Pearl by $2,500 for a total of $5,500. Your motions, you can choose to adopt the proposed list of local assistance grants, the original list. You can adopt the local assistance grants with amendment number 1 from Vice Chair Reeves. You can adopt the local assistance grants with amendment 2 from Commissioner Allen. You can adopt the local assistance grants with amendment 3 from Commissioner Davis. Or, of course, you can hold to discuss at a further time if you would like.
Can we also add additional amendments at this time to be voted on tonight?
The amendments have to be balanced. I guess if we could go through it and you could tell me exactly what you're trying to do or what you want to change.
Sure. Now? All right. So it would be similar to amendment number 1, reduce Arts Clayton by $35,000.
Hold on, let me go back to amendment 1 so that I can try to follow. Okay, go ahead.
Reduce Arts Clayton by $35,000. Reduce Georgia Showcase Baseball by $5,000.
Okay, hold on. Georgia Showcase by 5.
And reduce defects by $27,000.
Okay, this is going to be a little more difficult. If we're going to add amendments tonight, we might need to hold it possibly, because to be able to calculate this, to keep it in balance without a computer or anything. Right, but I have to make sure that it's balanced before the board votes on it. So if we're gonna add an amendment tonight, it's just a little more difficult because I'm not sure if you're keeping all of the other items that was listed on your amendment,
No. I have additional items. But there's more to what I just told you.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's gonna be difficult to keep up with, like while we're in this meeting without.
Can we just go and make the motion tonight?
We want to
Or-
vote tonight.
Or what y'all want to do?
I would go along with that. We hold this if there's going to be additional
Or hold it?
amendments.
No.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Can we vote to either hold it or vote tonight?
Night. Can we hold it or vote tonight?
Absolutely, whatever the board chooses to do.
Okay.
I move that we vote
I move that we
tonight.
vote tonight.
I'd say
I
hold
move
it.
that we vote, which one was it, Commissioner Allen?
There's 3 votes, there's 3
three.
amendments.
So I'm-
We
so
vote on
which-
each amendment.
So bring the amendments back up, please, again.
Okay.
So Amendment
This is the
1.
beginning of Amendment 1. Amendment 1 is 2 pages as it currently stands.
And Commissioner Allen had Amendment 2.
Yes, Amendment 2.
So I make a motion that we approve Amendment 2, which is Commissioner Allen's amendment.
In addition to the original list. 'Cause it has-
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. Any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Thank you.
Before we move on, I just wanted to say that this was an opportunity for us as a board for the allocation of the local assistance grants. We've had constituents who've come up and specifically talked about the high eviction rates in Clayton County. And this was an opportunity for us to dedicate funding specifically around eviction mediation. The magistrate court has done an incredible job with their eviction mediation program, where they are giving the opportunity for tenants and landlords to come to the table and to work out an agreement so that we have less people who are being put out on the street.
Thank you, Commissioner Reeves. So does that satisfy that 26 as well? Mr. Reed, that satisfies 26 as well?
So, Resolution 2025-233, what I'm going to ask that you all confirm that, okay, with the vote, because This was just a presentation.
Okay.
And so.
Oh, well, I just moved on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. So Resolution 2025-233 is a resolution authorizing Clayton County to enter into articles of agreement with certain community charitable organizations, governmental agencies, and professional service providers located and conducting business in Clayton County. To authorize the chairwoman to execute the agreements and otherwise perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution. To authorize the chief financial officer to amend the budget where necessary to reflect an appropriate revenue source and expense, all as may be required under the terms of the agreements, to provide an effective date of this resolution and for other purposes. And the resolution that you all are voting on is for the Amendment 2.
Okay, so we'll do it again. Do it one more time.
And will you also state that the original
plus Amendment 2.
Yes.
Yeah, original plus Amendment 2. All right. So again, at this time, I need a motion for Resolution 2025-233.
So moved.
All right, I second it. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. All right. Next is 27.
Ordinance 2025-216 is an ordinance to amend the Code of Clayton County, Georgia, as amended specifically to amend Part 1, Article 4, Civil Service System, to add department directors and department heads back into the civil service system, to repeal any and all conflicting laws, ordinances, resolutions, rules, and regulations, to provide for severability, to provide an effective date of this ordinance, and for other purposes.
All right. Is there any more discussion at this time? All right. At this time, I need a motion for ordinance 2025-216.
Yes, I move that we accept ordinance 2025-216.
All right, I second it.
I do have a question.
Any discussion at this time?
Yes. Currently, we have a set amount of directors that are protected and a certain amount that are unprotected, correct?
There are some who have civil service protection and some that do not.
Okay, and why is that, so we can understand that? I know that's still with something.
DCO Murchison, come on up.
I just want clarification for everybody.
Yes, sir. So as I stated in my presentation, back in, I believe it was 2016, the board made a decision to remove department heads from civil service protection, as that could not be retroactively done because department heads were hired with a certain level of protection. Anybody who came after the date of that decision has not been protected by civil service. So essentially what you have in doing that, you kind of created a conundrum because civil service on the face of it creates a merit-based system that is designed to provide equitable rights and opportunities to light-classed employees. So what that decision did was basically now separate your department heads. So even though they have the same job, same responsibilities, they have two separate sets of rules that govern them and their behavior and their protections.
And this will clear that up.
This will clear that up.
This would clear that up. It would take it back to the pre-2016, which is the system we functioned under since the 60s.
So when a new director is hired, when does civil service protection begin for them?
It doesn't.
It does not.
It does not apply to them.
It will not apply to anybody, so no any new hires of directors.
That's correct. Anybody that was hired
if this is approved.
No. If this is approved,
yes,
then everybody that currently holds, so basically what it would do is it would basically amend our ordinance to put department heads back under those that are afforded civil service protection.
Correct.
So effective date of this ordinance, because this is a first read only. So if this ordinance is approved, that day, if you're a department head, then your civil service protections would start that day. It does not cover you for anything that may have happened prior to.
Correct. Understand. Now, a new hire is made for a director's position after this is passed. When does that civil service protection begin? Is it day one? Is it day 120? Is it year one?
Well, everybody within the civil service system serves a 1-year probationary period. Working test period is how the rules codify it. So technically, you're up under the civil service system day one. However, you're a probationary employee, which means you have no permanent status rights to the position for 12 months.
That's what I'm
So
wondering.
any adverse employment decisions can be made. So under the civil service system, there's a form that goes out with your initial employee evaluation as to, do you want to retain this employee or do you want to part ties with them? So, but it makes that process unique and across the board.
Okay.
And when we got away from the civil service system, that's also what helped cause a lot of the salary compression we have now, because you're no longer following a set grade and step or a set banding chart that's included within the civil service rules as to how promotions are done. It just kind of became willy-nilly.
Great. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, y'all ready? So, are y'all ready for the vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion carries. All right, next is item 28, public hearing. DCOO Murchison.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Vice Chair, members of the board. So back before you again, and for the last time, with
Why is it the last time?
so this is our public hearing number 2 for the Development Impact Fee Ordinance. This is the public hearing for the adoption of both the capital improvement element as well as the impact fee ordinance itself. I will run just briefly through the presentation again for the benefit of those that are in the room that have not been here previously. So as you know, the process to adopt impact fees is governed by the Developmental Impact Fee Act, which is covered under the Georgia State Department of Community Affairs. As required by DCA, we have gone through the capital improvements element document creation and preliminary approval by this board. We have complied with the 3 meetings with the county's Impact Fee Advisory Committee, which was established by the Board of Commissioners. We have the draft Development Impact Fee Ordinance, which has been circulated by the board or to the board for your review. And then, of course, here we are tonight for the second public hearing and then adoption or not of the CIE document and the ordinance. And as we've listed out, those departments that will benefit from impact fees, which covers a prorated portion of infrastructure cost and improvements for new development coming into the county, so that burden is not holistically borne by our taxpayers. So as you can see, they benefit Parks and Rec, Library, Animal Control, Fire Protection, EMS, Emergency Management, E911, and law enforcement. Not all of those benefit from every fee that's charged. On the residential fees, everybody benefits, but commercial businesses typically don't utilize libraries and Parks and Rec, so that's why when we get to that section, you'll see kind of how that is broken out. Madam Commissioner.
Yes. What about senior services? In the event we were to build another one or whatever, would that increase or can we add to this list?
At this point, no, ma'am. But when you can re-add is when the CIE comes up for renewal in 5 years. Then we can reevaluate the program, and then we can make additions to the fee schedule and to include which categories of fees are being applied.
Okay, I like that word, we.
Yes, ma'am. So the summary of key provisions, the impact fee ordinance provides guidance on the administration and maintenance of an impact fee program, provides mechanisms to consider reductions of fees on a case-by-case basis, includes a comprehensive fee schedule, sets an effective date for fee collections, which we have worked with the Department of Community and Economic Development to set an effective date of April 1 right now of next year, which is when the fees would actually begin. And then it supports the Development Impact Fee Act requirements, as I mentioned, are set forth by the state. Let me also go back and cover just bullet point number 2 on the mechanisms to consider. Remember, we discussed any reduction or removal of a development impact fee doesn't make the fee goes away. This board pays it into that respective development impact fee account. So if you chose to reduce a fee or something for a particular project, which might happen, just keep in mind that this board would have to pay that fee. It doesn't just go away. And that's a state law requirement. The recommended fee schedule, so based off of the committee established by the board, the advisory committee did recommend adopting the maximum fee schedule that would apply to new development. This is the most that could be charged to help pay for Parks and Rec, libraries, public safety facilities, et cetera, to serve new growth over the next 25 years. and fees are in line with our surrounding communities. So just to kind of briefly run you through this chart again, you can see down at the bottom, the Clayton County proposed fee, single-family home is $23.88, apartment per unit $23.88, retail store. Your retail stores, this is just an estimated example off of a 9,000 square foot small box retail. It does break it out by per square foot. Once you get to these types of occupancies, it is not just a single unit type pricing, and you can see a 100,000 square foot warehouse would add a fee of $21,138. And you can see where the county falls in line with our neighbors that have been charging impact fees for quite some time. Henry County is grayed out. Once again, they're currently in litigation and waiting on the appeals court to make a decision on their program. So they will either go back to charging the fees that you see grayed out, or they will reduce their fees according to whatever statute the judge sets out, and then they will go back to a program. But you can see Clayton County is neither the bottom of the barrel nor are we the top. So we're coming in right where we wanted to, right out about the middle, and this is the max fee that we could charge based off of the value of improvements needed and the estimated growth in the county over that same time span. So on the following 2 pages, it sets the maximum fees that could be charged for each land use. These calculated on a per unit basis, typically per dwelling unit, or per square foot for non-residential uses. Fees are collected when a building permit is issued, and residential uses pay all fee categories, where non-residential uses pay public safety fees, but not parks, rec, libraries, and animal control. I know this is tiny, but I circulated it to y'all before, but this just lays out everything that we've talked about, either on a per unit or per square foot, and then actually lays out the math. So this is what community development and economic development will build into our systems, so we know that as projects are coming forward, that they're being assessed the appropriate value. And these, our math was double and triple checked by our consultants, which are also here. Paige Hatley and Lee Walton, who's been a tremendous asset through this. As we talked about, fees can be adopted at or below. The recommendation is to go with the max fee to help the county get caught up. Lower fees can be adopted, but you have to reduce all the fees across the entire schedule. Lower fees cannot be adopted for specific individual land uses, but the ordinance includes mechanisms for the county to consider reductions, as we talked about. So next steps, obviously this is our second public hearing, so what we will, or Attorney Reed will be asking the board to do is item 1 would be to formally adopt the capital improvements element document. This is the document that lays out what the needed infrastructure enhancements are and kind of sets out a priority for that. The second ask that we will have is to formally adopt the development impact fee ordinance. If that is successful, then our consultant, WSP, will set training dates for employees, review the impact fee operations manual with the Office of Community and Economic Development, and then of course we will begin to collect impact fees on the April 1st date if everything is set and ready to run. If not, that date can be revisited by this board at a later date. The final thing that I will say, and I've brought this up at each hearing, is the capital improvements element document is solely dependent upon the passage of impact fees. If the CIE is adopted but impact fees are not, there's no money to pay for all the infrastructure needs that's in that CIE. Okay. So if we're not going to do impact fees, then do not pass that community improvements element, because there's no money to pay for everything that's in it.
So
and with that,
well, we will continue to have our consultants, WSP, is that correct?
WSP, yes ma'am. So they are on board through the implementation. So once we get through the passage and adoption, hopefully, of this project, then they will kick into their implementation mode side of their project. So they will then shift their focus. Instead of working with me, they'll be working with Director of GK on implementation of the fees. They've established an operations manual that walks you through how to do considerations that you have to make and all of that. So all of that will be done. They will conduct the training with employees, and then hopefully April 1, we're ready to start collecting fees.
Question.
Yes, you already.
Commissioner Davis.
If community development and Patrick and GK's team, Director and GK's team, are ready before the April 1, can that date be moved up?
Sure, so if they get everything ready, then he can come back before this board and ask you to reconsider the implementation date of that ordinance and just set a new effective date.
Great, thank you.
We would have to consult with, because all of this information gets transmitted to DCA. If you adopt it tonight, Lee and his team will have it there probably in the morning.
Okay.
So we would need to make sure that DCA is up to speed, because right now they will be under the impression that we're starting fees April. So we'll just need to make sure that those appropriate notifications and transmissions are done, but it's certainly the pleasure of the board.
Great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Hambrick.
A question just came to me regarding Parks and Rec and senior services.
Mm-hmm.
Were they discussed together as far as impact fees were concerned?
They were not discussed together, so they're separate entities, and therefore they were discussed separately.
Okay, so anything pertaining to senior services would not be automatically
That's correct.
included if,
And we could change that in 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't see
Certainly.
the roads, road repair in here. Did I miss that? So that could be in the project list next year to add in road repair in 5 years, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that was my question as well. So I've had constituents who've reached out. I mean, we have Forest Parkway, 42, 675, all running through District 1. So the biggest thing that I'm hearing is folks want to see road repair included in this so that, the county is bringing in money to fix the roads as the trucks are coming through.
Right.
Are
And,
those our highways?
ma'am,
Are those county highways?
42 is a state highway.
That's a state
That's
highway.
what, and what's about 675?
It's a
That's state
federal
highway.
interstate.
I'm mentioning the major thoroughfares that come through the county where trucks are leaving and entering county property.
And the thought process initially as to why you don't see transportation and development and some other ones in there is we were trying to identify the infrastructure that this county needed to support the growth it has already approved and what is coming down the pipeline. The vast majority of our SPLOST programs are transportation and road related.
Oh.
So there's a substantial amount of money that's in there that's not for public safety and for other park expansions. As a matter of fact, to make sure that we kept what we normally do with transportation and development, we cut a lot of Parks and Rec and public safety funding to make sure that we were able to keep pace with our road maintenance, our paving, our infrastructure, and then, of course, the salaries that are associated with that. So there was a lot of thought put into the why with this initial fee structure. And with any new impact fee ordinance that gets put into place, it's a vetting period to let it run its course, see what it produces, see how those fees are making a difference to the infrastructure needs and the build out for public safety. And then when it's time to renew the comprehensive plan or the capital improvement element document, which is now a part of the county's comprehensive plan, then those changes can be talked about as a part of that. Because if there's going to be changes to our fee structure, which there may need to be at that point because of either the cost escalations, inflation, whatever, then we'll have to get our impact fee committee back together and start those discussions. That's kind of where Henry got a little left in their programs. They didn't get that committee back together, and then they made substantial changes to their fee structure.
Any other questions at this time? All right. Thank you, DCOO Murkison.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, next we will move to our public hearing for our impact fees. The public hearing is now open, and I will call up our citizens from our public hearing impact fee comment sign-in sheet. First will be Mr. Mickey Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. Madam Chair, members of the board, and fellow citizens, I would like you to know that I am highly in favor of imposing these impact fees on people coming to Clayton County and for these fees to take the burden off the citizens and taxpayers of Clayton County. The only other thing that I would like to add is that I see that the impact fees are only imposed on unincorporated Clayton County. I would hope that in the future and in adoption of these impact fees, that our cities would also adopt these fees so we could all be in unison, because we're all in unison in using our infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garber. Next will be Pat Bryant. Next will be, I don't know, is this Veronica or last name Marable? Next will be Tracy Morrow.
Hi, I'm Tracy Morrow. I'm in District 3. I'm for
What's your
impact.
city of residence?
Excuse me?
City of residence.
I'm in unincorporated Clayton County.
Okay.
Jonesboro.
Jonesboro, Georgia. Thank you.
I'm for the impact fees, but I think they should also add sound barriers, because when they come in and they develop and they rip down all the trees and just create more noise around the current residents, there should be something to beautify and to have sound barriers put for the current residents there. I live off of Highway 54, and when they came down and widened Highway 54, everybody is complaining about the noise. And a lot of highways have at least 100 feet sound barriers with trees or something, and we don't have anything, and it's like an echo chamber, just noise. So when they come in and they take the trees down and they just clear the land and plant starter trees and stuff, you hear it all. You hear everything. So I think that should also be included, that they beautify the area with sound-bearing trees as well. But I'm for the impact fees to charge the builders.
Thank you, Ms. Morrow. Next is Judith Cotton. All right. All right. Is there anyone else who would like to make any type of public comment on the impact fee? All right. Seeing none, this is the end of our list. And at this time, the public hearing is now closed. Thank you all. Next, we will move to Resolution 2025-217.
Resolution 2025-217 is a resolution authorizing Clayton County to adopt the capital improvements element as approved by the Atlanta Regional Commission for the implementation of an impact fee program, to authorize the chairwoman or her designee to execute any documents relating thereto, and to otherwise perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution, to provide an effective date of this resolution for other purposes.
All right. All right. All right, board members, can I get a motion at this time regarding Resolution 2025-217?
Move that we pass 2025-217.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Item 30.
Ordinance 2025-226 is an ordinance to amend the Code of Clayton County, Georgia, as amended specifically to add a new Chapter 88 entitled Development Impact Fees, to repeal any and all conflicting laws, ordinances, resolutions, rules, and regulations, to provide for severability, to provide an effective date of this ordinance, and for other purposes.
All right, I need a motion for ordinance 2025-226.
So moved.
All right, I second it. Any discussion at this time, board members? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Madam Chair, for clarification, is that a motion to approve?
Motion to approve
Okay.
2025-226.
Okay.
And then we had a second, correct? All right, is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next.
Resolution 2025-227 is a resolution authorizing Clayton County to enter into a professional services agreement with Georgia Link Public Affairs Group, LLC, providing for the terms and conditions under which lobby and consulting services will be rendered to the county, to authorize the chairwoman or her designee to execute the agreement and otherwise perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of this resolution, to authorize the chief financial officer to amend the budget where necessary to reflect an appropriate revenue source and expense. All as may be required under the terms of the agreement, to provide an effective date of this resolution and for other purposes.
All right. At this time, board members, I need a motion for Resolution 2025-227.
I move that we pass Resolution 2025-227 as read.
All right.
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Nay. All right, the ayes have it, and the ayes have it, and the motion passes. Next, 32, Sports and Entertainment Council Chairwoman Dr. Leka Anderson Henry, 2-year term, and I'd like to hold that indefinitely, as well as item 33, Board Appointment to Sports and Entertainment Council Chairwoman Dr. Leka Anderson Henry, 1-year term. All right, moving right along.
Madam Chair, rather than moving it indefinitely, just say you'd like to remove it from the agenda. And
Okay,
then you can
that's
just let
fine.
the clerk know when you want to put it back on.
Well, we'll just have it moved from the agenda for now. All right. Next is item 34, Code Enforcement Board. 3 years Marvin Dixon resigned from the Code Enforcement Board. The existing term expires on July 16, 2027. Full board at large. I'd like to make a motion to put Pat Pilar on the Code Enforcement Board.
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time?
Yes. How
Yes.
many boards can individuals serve on?
I thought we had two.
Two.
Was it two? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
So it used to be that you could not serve more than two, but that resolution was, or ordinance, I believe, was repealed some time ago. So there's not a limit anymore.
Was
Yeah.
it four?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was still in.
All right. All right, is there
Thank you
any
for that.
discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. All right, next is for the Tax Assessor Board. There's a 3-year full at-large position available. Let me see.
I'd like to make an appointment for Paris Scott Hundell of District 3, or in Riverdale.
All right,
Second.
all right. Can we also, I was gonna say, we had another appointment. I want to look at someone else. What was the, can we do a second appointment? Or do you want to? Okay, we'll just go. All right. Is there any discussion at this time? We have a motion on the floor and a second. All right. Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, and the motion passes. All right, next is decision only for a conditional use permit. It's BOC item 2505-0513 for a conditional use permit for a medical and solid waste treatment.
There's no hearing. Decision only. Oh, they're getting ready.
Good evening, Madam Chair. Good evening, Board of Commissioners. The first case read BOC-2505-0513, a request by Daniel Sharpsmart Incorporated for a conditional use permit for a medical and solid waste treatment, storage, and handling facility at 4334, 4370, and 4406 Tanner's Church Road in Ellenwood, Georgia, 30294. The subject property consists of 7.087 acres, It is zoned heavy industrial zoning district and also located in the Highway 42 overlay district. It is further known as parcels numbers listed in your agenda, located between Mabros Industrial Parkway and Anvil Block Road. This property sits in Commissioner District 1, Elena Reeves District. The Planning and Zoning Consultant recommend approval. On August 4th, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend approval. The public hearing occurred on August 19th, 2025. The agenda item tonight is for decision only.
All right, Commissioner Reeves, what's your pleasure?
Yes, I would like to thank the representatives from Daniel Sharp-Smart for not only coming out to the zoning meeting that I had on September 27th and answering every question that individuals had about this project and this property, but also extending the invitation for me to tour the facility. I want to thank you all for your longstanding commitment in the county. You all, I believe, have been here 15 years, and this project is an expansion in the work that you all have already been doing. Also, you are on this location is on the other side of a highway, so I'm not sure what other businesses would want to operate there. So it's a great location. I look forward to you all continuing to be community partners. That said, I would like to make a motion to approve BOC 2505-0513.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next.
Congratulations.
Item 37, decision only, BOC 2408-0445.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. A request by Creative Community Concepts to rezone 7257 Mount Zion Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236 from AG to GB for a commercial multi-tenant development. The subject property consists of 2.87 acres, is further known as the parcel listed in your agenda, located at Mount Zion Boulevard between Mount Zion Circle and Spring Place. This property sits in District 4. The planning and zoning staff initially recommended to approve this petition. We changed our recommendation on August 25th at the Zoning Advisory Group meeting due to the following reasons. The applicant information presented did not show the requested details by ZAG and staff. So therefore, ZAG recommended denial as well due to not having sufficient information to determine if project is beneficial for the county. 2, they were unsure if the proposed zoning will be used that is suitable in view of the use and development of the adjacent nearby properties. Also, the public hearing occurred again on September 16, 2025 at the Board of Commissioners. It was tabled. The agenda item tonight is for decision only.
All right. Commissioner Davis, what's your pleasure?
Yes, I've had long discussions and meetings with this company and this developer, and they're moving forward in agreement to increase the level of the development there, and so they have worked in good faith to make that happen. So my whole thing, I want to go ahead and approve this with conditions, and the condition being that once they get their plan in place, it must be approved by myself, the commissioner, as well as community development. And they are here to ask for agreement to that.
All right. Will you all come? Is that Raquel? Come on up, Ms. Raquel. So you're in agreement with the conditions set forth by Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
All right. So, again, so your motion is to approve with conditions?
With the conditions as stated.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I second the motion. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Thank you,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Have a great evening.
All right. All right, item 38, decision only, BOC-2411-04C64, conditional use permit for an emissions testing facility.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a request by Decra Automotive LLC for a conditional use permit for emissions testing, car washes, detail shops, and service stations at 6459 Highway 42, Rex, Georgia 30273. The subject property consists of 9.20 acres. It is located in the General Business District and the Highway 42 Overlay District, further known as parcel number 12120C A001, and located between Dell Road and I-675. This property sits in Commission District 1. The Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended denial. On June 30th, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend denial. This item was tabled at the Board of Commissioners on July 15, 2025, and August 19, 2025. The public hearing occurred on August 19, 2025. This item is for decision only tonight.
All right. Commissioner Reeves, what's your pleasure?
Actually, I have a question for community development or planning and zoning staff. As this is an existing building, if the board were to vote in agreement for the denial from planning and zoning, as well as the denial from ZAG, what is the proposed plan to remove the facility or remove the building? Because the building is already constructed on the property for this emission center. Can IT go back 2 slides? There's a photo of it, yeah. That's it, that's the one.
So your question is, what is the proposed plan?
For this, the building.
That is a good question.
Mr. GK, can you come up to the podium, please?
Madam Chair, Commissioners, good evening. If it's denied tonight, then it will become a code enforcement action. We'll give them proper notice and time to remove the structure. Then from there, code enforcement will take over from us.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
That was the only question that I had. I would like to make a motion to deny BOC 2411-0464.
All right.
Second.
All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next. Item 39.
Thank you. Caption reads BOC-2508-0542, a request to the Board of Commissioners to modify the Ellenwood PUD, also known as the Planned Unit Development, to remove data center as a permitted use in MU, standing for mixed use area, and create the existing data center use as a separate tier. The Board of Commissioners approved the initiation resolution 2025-189 on September 2nd, 2025. The Planning and Zoning staff has recommended approval on October 6, 2025. The Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend approval as well.
All right. Attorney Reed, do we just need to ask who's for and who's against on this one, or do we just?
Yes.
Okay. All right. At this point in time, if we have any citizens that would like to speak for this item, would you please come forward? Any citizens that would like to speak for this item? Come on up, Mr. Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. Madam Chair, members of the board, I want to make sure that I understand this BOC 225080542, modifying the Ellenwood POD unit plan development to remove data centers as permitted. Yes, I would like to remove the data centers and let that be a separate entity, because there's been so much contention about the data center, in which Ms. Reeves, Commissioner Reeves, excuse me, had the misfortune of being elected right when this was in between and in betwixt. And most of the public that lived near there didn't want it. So yes, ma'am, yes, ma'ams, and sir, that I am in favor of making data centers a separate entity on our planning and use. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garber. Is there anyone else that is in favor of this item? Anybody else who would like to speak in favor of this item? All right, is there anyone else that would like to speak against this item, in opposition of this item? All right. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition? Thank you. All right, we will move along. So at this time, I need a motion to approve BOC 3508-0542.
Before we approve the motion, I'd like to, or before we announce an emotion, I would like just to clarify so that Mr. Mickey and all those individuals who live in the Ellenwood PUD have a better understanding. So in the planned unit development, and the folks who live in Ellenwood are very familiar if they live in the PUD, there were some select parcels that under permitted uses would allow a data center to be built by right development, meaning that a data center, if they had interest in coming into Clayton County, would have been able to, as the law stands, to develop a data center in select areas in the Ellenwood Planning Unit development, which is why I made the recommendation a month ago for us to remove data centers under the permitted use for those parcels that were identified as mixed use. So for individuals who have not come out to the zoning ordinance meetings, I highly encourage you all to come out and to ensure, if you want to see the businesses and development, that folks who come to public comment and address the board, that you want to see, this is a conversation that must be had at the zoning level.
Thank you, Commissioner Reeves. All right, can we get a motion at this time? Commissioner Reeves.
Yeah. I make a motion that I enthusiastically make a motion that we approve BOC 2508-0542.
Second.
All right, any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next is item 40, zoning public hearing, BOC 2508-0547.
Thank you. A request to the Board of Commissioners to amend Highway 54 Overlay District, Article 4, Special Districts, Section 4.56, Residential Land Uses regarding minimum lot sizes. The Board of Commissioners approved the initiation resolution 2025-177 on August 19th, 2025. The Planning and Zoning staff recommend approval. On October 6, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend approval. And just for the record, this text amendment prohibits townhomes. And so what this amendment will do, it will allow for townhomes that are zoned PUD to be eliminated from the minimum lot area, or lot size.
All right, thank you. All right, at this time, and we'll go into our hearing. Is there anyone who is in favor of this item? Anyone who's in favor of this item? All right. Is there anyone who's in opposition of this item? Is there anyone who's in opposition of this item?
I don't fully understand, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
I don't fully understand.
You can come up and say something, Mr. Garber.
I want you to know that I'm against these attached townhomes as they're going up hand over fist. And if this is just another way of maneuvering the wordage to get them approved, I want you to know that I'm against approving these attached townhomes. If this is a way to deny the townhomes, then I'm for it. But just explain what I'm trying to ask here. Are you trying to do this to get more townhomes or less townhomes?
All right.
Ms. Allen, Commissioner Allen, since you speak so directly all the time, I wish you would address my question.
So this item was put on the agenda from our Planning and Zoning Committee. So my name is on it because it's in my district, or in 54 overlays in my district. But if you remember, well, you probably don't remember, a couple of months ago, I asked this same, well, not the same exact question, for Director Ejike to kind of explain it. So maybe he'll be the better person to explain, since this request is coming from the Planning and Zoning, not me personally.
All right, Mr. Garber, can you have a seat, and then I'll have Director Ejike to come up and explain it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Director Ejike, please come up.
Yes, thank you, Commissioners, again. This is a text amendment to correct a conflict in the code. In the 54 overlay, it specifies a minimum lot size that is 10,840, I think 9 square feet. But you don't use that amount of land to build a townhome, each unit of the townhome. So we wanted to write, if you look at your package, it makes an exception when you are in that overlay. It makes an exception for townhomes. That's all it's doing, so that we don't have that conflict. Because townhomes don't require 10,000 square feet to build in. So that's all we clean it up, yeah.
Any questions, board members? Thank you. All right, is there anyone else who is in opposition of this?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated, Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. Mr. Mickey Garber said pretty much what I was thinking as well. The explanation given by Director Mr. Patrick Ejike did not, for my purposes, clearly answer the question that Mr. Mickey Garber said. All I'm just going to say is this, because Commissioner Allen responded to Mr. Garber, and I know how it's differences, so I'm not going to ask to be, because I don't want to be insulted if when I ask the question I'm not heard. So I'm going to be not going to make a direct question, because I might not get a response like Mr. Garber got a response. But I'm going to say this: anything that helps these townhomes doesn't need to be approved. You've got my memorandums on, well, my letters on, on townhomes. Clayton County is out of balance. You cannot build another townhome in this county and build more homes than I'm talking about, and you still will be out of balance. That's why we have the problems, mainly, one of the main reasons. So I'm just going to say deny if it's to give them an easy road to bring townhomes into the county. You know my position. So when I come in opposition, there's no surprise. I have eloquently put it in my email letters to all of y'all. Commissioner Allen knows my thoughts on this. So that's all I have to say about it.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Is there anyone else who is in opposition?
Yes.
Did you want to come up, ma'am? Okay. Thank you. All right, board members, what is your pleasure at this time for BOC 2508-0547?
I would like to make a motion to approve BOC 2508-0547.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion passes. Next is item 41, BOC 2508-0548.
Thank you. This is a request to the Board of Commissioners to amend Article 6, Development Standards, Section 6.26, Performance Standards, PS, to remove subsections K, which is maintenance on private property, and L, maintenance on sidewalks. The Board of Commissioners approved the initiation resolution 2025-147 on July 15, 2025. The Planning and Zoning staff recommend approval on October 6, 2025. The Zoning Advisory Group also recommended approval.
All right. At this time, I will now open up the hearing for this item. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of this item?
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. Again, we are presenting something, commissioners, to the public that we have no knowledge of. If I could have further explanation, maybe I could better speak whether for or against the approval. So I would appreciate a little bit more explanation on what you're about to vote on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. GK, can you give an explanation for BOC 2508-0548?
This is a straightforward and simple explanation. There is a conflict in the quality of life code and the zoning code in terms of how tall a grass can be in the property before they get a code enforcement citation. In the zoning code, it calls for 8 inches. In the quality of life, it calls for 6. So we, in the quality of life committee, had a discussion and came to an agreement to make it 6 inches. Therefore, to delete it from the zoning code completely and let the quality of the quality code ordinance be the one that governs how tall a grass is, which is one of the ordinances that code enforcement actually used to enforce their functions.
Thank you for the explanation.
Okay.
Thank you.
One other thing. Excuse me,
Mr. Garber, have a seat for 1 minute, sir.
Yes,
all right.
Can you go ahead and explain also, or just surmise the other part of the maintenance on the sidewalks as well?
Yeah, the part of the sidewalks we're not touching.
Okay.
We're not touching anything within their code. The only thing we are repealing from the zoning code is that conflict in terms of the height of grass. Yeah.
All right. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of this item? Mr. Garber, you've been up here already. What you need?
Ma'am, I'm sorry to be here, but I'm compelled to speak.
Okay. Go ahead.
Members of the board, for the lack of my intellect, if you determined that this enhances the quality of life for our citizens, then let me say I'm for it. If this in any way allows somebody to come in here and detract from our quality of life as a neighbor, as a business, as anything like that, then I'll leave it to you to vote for our best interest. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who is in favor of this item? Is there anyone who is in opposition of this item? All right, thank you. All right, board members, what is your pleasure?
I move we approve BOC 2508-0548.
All right, I second the motion. Is there any more discussion at this time, board members? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is BOC 2509-0554.
Thank you. This Article 6, Development Standards, Section 6.34, Landscaping Standards, and Section 6.53, Tractor, Truck Parking, Tractor, Trailer Storage. Excuse me. It is a request to the Board of Commissioners to amend the Article 6 as stated, as well as Section 6.34 Landscaping Standards and Section 6.53 Tractor, Truck Parking, Tractor, Trailer Storage. The Board of Commissioners approved the initiation resolution 2025-190 on September 2nd, 2025. The Planning and Zoning staff recommend approval. On October 6, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend approval. Basically, with this text amendment, it appears under the zoning code. What we're doing is making an amendment for the developers to pave the concrete or the parking surface. As of now, there are alternatives of what a developer can do besides paving. So this will now allow them to do paving. Also, it adds calculations in terms of, landscape islands. So if they choose not to do landscape islands, they will have to follow certain calculations in order to accommodate that code requirement.
So currently, with the code, they don't have to pave. They can use just rocks, put rocks down.
Right, so they can do geotech or some
Mr.
type
GK, come on up and
crushed
explain it
gravel.
one more time. It's 42. It's 42.
A couple of years ago, we went into where we had an alternative for them to layer the surface using geotech and doing some gravels, a certain gravel size. A couple of sites didn't do quite well. They were not really doing what they were actually environmentally creating mud piles. So we decided to go back to what it used to be, where they pave. They have a choice to pave asphalt or concrete. So that's what we're changing it to.
Okay, so what is this about the tractor, truck parking, tractor trailer storage?
Yeah, that's, you can store sometimes they park the trailer and store the trailer itself. Then took the main engine part and go do repairs and come back and pick up their load and things like that. So all those are in our code already. Yeah, they do store, they park their trailers and don't drive the whole trailer around. Or if they have to go fix the trailer, they unhook the engine from the load and go fix the trailer and come back and pick up their load.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ujike.
Okay, thank you.
Next, we'll move into the hearing for this item as well. Is there anyone who is in favor of this item?
Henry Anderson, District 3 constituent and resident, unincorporated, Clayton County, Hampton, Georgia. I'm going to take this time to say this because it seems like a nice ordinance. And I'm going to say this to all 5 of you as our Clayton County Board of Commissioners, to the citizens that are watching, the citizens here, so I can be fair, so it won't be any bias or anything negative. So I want to make this request because this will fall under my evaluation. I've made a decision. That's why you don't see the folders. Every first Tuesday of the month, I'm going to evaluate these proceedings. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to give a directive, and this falls on you, Madam Chairwoman, Mrs. Dr. Leek Anderson-Henry, and hopefully Chief Stanford as Director and GK's direct report, there should be a synopsis when these texts come like this, these text amendments, just like you all give. This is an order, Madam Chairwoman, just like you all give synopsis on all of the ordinances and resolutions. I'm going to make a citizen request, but under evaluation, under my evaluations, it should be a synopsis with these texts, because Commissioner Davis asked a question about number 41 and Commissioner Hambrick about 42. So if you all have questions, which is your right to question, but you are their supervisor. So I figure when you look over the agenda, you can pick up the phone and immediately ask. So all I respectfully ask is that for these text amendments, that is in order, that can be done. That's why it's under evaluation. So I'm being respectful, talking as a citizen. My request that it be synopsis on these text amendments, so at least we can understand. Now I'm going to assume with the last one is 6 inches or 8 inches, either 6 or 8, so we can better understand, because you do it for your ordinances and resolution. And Madam Chairwoman, that it falls within your order, because if you do it for that, it can be done for this. So I look to see it going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson. All right, is there anyone else who's in favor? Is there anyone who's in opposition of this item? All right. All right. Seeing none, board members, what is your pleasure at this time?
Move to approve BOC 2509-0554.
Second.
All right. Any more discussion? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. Next is item 43, zoning, public hearing.
Okay, Madam Chair, if I could read 43 and 44 together, and you can vote on them together. Okay. BOC 2506-0523, a request by Battle Law PC to amend the future land use map category for 9577, 9579, Highway 54, and 9350 Ryan Ridge Court, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238, from agriculture to low-density residential for 232 single-family detached lots. The subject property consists of 146.24 acres, further known as the parcels listed in the agenda, located on Highway 54 between Tyler Terrace and Whaley's Lake Trace, and at the dead end of Ryan Ridge Court and Jordan Mill Trail. The proposed access is from Highway 54. This is located in District 3. The Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended denial. On October 6, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend denial. The applicant is requesting to table this case to November 18, 2025 BOC meeting. Number 44, BOC-2506-0524, a request by Battle Law to rezone 9577 and 9579 Highway 54 and 9350 Ryan Ridge Court, Jonesboro, Georgia 30238, from agriculture to RS 110 single-family residential for a development with 232 single-family detached lots. The subject property consists of 146.24 acres, further known as the parcels listed in your agenda, on Highway 54 between Tyler Terrace and Whaley's Lake Trace, and at the end of Ryan Ridge Court and Jordan Mill Trail. Also located in District 3, the Planning and Zoning Consultants has recommended denial. On October 6, 2025, the Zoning Advisory Group voted to recommend denial. The applicant is seeking to request a table to November 18, 2025 BOC meeting.
All right. Can we just go, Commissioner Allen, what's your pleasure at this
Since the
time?
residents, can we do the public hearing? Since they're here?
Sure. Well, yes, the applicant has requested to table, but that doesn't mean you have to. Now, if you choose to move forward, then you would have to do the future land use map first, go through that, and then the rezoning afterwards.
Okay, so it would be best just to table it and then let them do the public hearing November 18th. But I was at the first meeting October 6th, so I've already actually heard all you guys' comments already, but since you were here, but it will be easier for us to just table it. So I'll make a request to, I'll make a motion to table this item to November. I'm on the wrong one. It was in November 18th. I'm looking at my other one. November 18th, 2025. But I've already heard you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your comments at this time. So that's correct, November 18th. Yep.
Is this the tabling of just 43 or is it also 44?
It'll do 43 and 44, yeah, because you have to do them together.
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right. Next will be, and do we have to do, that covers both of them, Chuck, or do we need to do, Attorney Reed, or do we have to do both of them?
No, the motion covered both
Both of them,
43
okay.
and
I
44,
just wanted
so
to make
we're on
sure.
45 now.
All right, next is item 45, BOC 2506-0525.
Okay, requesting the same scenario. We read 45, 46, and 47 together, and you can vote together.
All right, so 45, 46, and 47 are Commissioner Davis. What's your pleasure?
I move that we table VOC 2506-0525, 2506-0526, and BOC 2506-0528 until
December 18th? November 18th.
And Madam Chair, I'm sorry, can we add 48 in there as well?
48 as well? Add 48, 205-206-0528.
Can you read 47 again? I think you said 0528.
Oh, BOC 2506-0528?
27.
No, I'm looking at.
So you got 05, you got 25, 26, 27, and 28. So it's gonna be 45, 46, 47, and 48.
Correct.
When you read 47, you said
Yes,
28.
it's out of order.
Okay.
All right. And we have a second on that as well?
And that's until January 20th, I'm sorry.
You were January?
I didn't say the date.
All right. All right, is there a second on that motion? One more time.
Second.
All right. Any more discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right. Item 49.
Okay.
BOC 2506-0529.
Okay, the next item, 49 and 50, I would like to read those together, and you can vote together. Okay, BOC-2506-0529, a request by Bridgeway Homes LLC to amend the future land use map category for 8955 and 8995 Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, Georgia, 30238, from low-density residential to planned unit development for 60 single-family attached townhomes and 40 single-family detached lots and an existing place of worship. The subject property consists of 28.41 acres, further known as parcel numbers listed in your agenda, located between Towngate Boulevard and Field Green Drive. This property is located in District 3. The planning and zoning consultants recommend approval. On October 6, 2025, the zoning advisory group voted to recommend approval. And I would like to make a correction. We recommended approval with conditions as well as the zoning advisory group. Tabling request, the applicant submitted a request to table this case to the January 20, 2026 BOC meeting. Number 50, BOC-2507-0531, a request by Bridgeway Homes LLC to rezone 8955 and 8995 Highway 54, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30238, from RS 180 residential to PUD plan unit development for 60 single-family attached townhomes and 40 single-family detached lots and an existing place of worship. The subject property consists of 28.41 acres, further known as the parcels listed in your agenda, and located between Town Gate Boulevard and Field Green Drive, located in Commission District 3. The planning and zoning consultants recommend approval with conditions. On October 6, 2025, the zoning advisory group voted to recommend approval with conditions. The applicant has requested to table this to January 20th, 2026 BOC meeting.
Commissioner Allen, what's your pleasure?
I would like to make a motion to table BOC 2506-0529 and 2507-0531 to the January 20th BOC meeting, January 20th, 2026 BOC meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right. This now ends our zoning meeting. At this time, Mr. Reed, are we in need of executive session?
Yes, on litigation only.
Okay. All right. Can I get a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
All right. A second?
Madam Chair, just specify the need.
Oh,
for it
well,
there.
at this time, just specify the need, instead, just say so moved, to go into executive session.
For litigation only.
For litigation purposes. All right. Can I get a second on that motion? I second it. All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. We will now go into executive session to discuss litigation only. Thank you. We have nothing to vote on. Can I get a second? Somebody said something. You said second. Okay, y'all do it so fast.
Wait, hold on,
Okay.
Marcia's not here. You gotta start.
There she is. All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
You have to make a motion. Marcia, she wasn't here yet.
You weren't here, Marcia?
No.
I'm here.
She's here now, but she wasn't here. She
Did you
just
hear
walked
what we
in.
said?
No.
We made a motion to reconvene from executive session.
I made the motion,
And I second.
and Commissioner Hambrick seconded.
Second. All right. Is there any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it and the motion carries. All right. At this time, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All right. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion at this time? Are you ready for the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right. The ayes have it and the motion passes. All right. This meeting is adjourned as of 9:19 p.m. Everyone have a wonderful night.